Hey guys, I'm Scott Lurie with the Hard Money Co., and I fund deals. Most of you are going to quit after 15 minutes, but for those of you that stick around for the entire episode, you're going to understand how I made $100,000 and how you too can do the same thing. Let's get into it.
I'll make the money like magic. Let's go.
So how do you start the process of earning $100,000 on a flip? How does that even happen? I've got a few benchmarks that are very important to my life. I get back to everybody, I'm responsive, and I always communicate. Okay, those are the three things that people create to create one thing in another person. That's dependability. I am dependable. So here's the question. Are you dependable? Do you answer your phone? Are you responsive? Are you a good communicator? I don't know the answer to that question. Only you do. But I know that the people that are successful inside of our lending business, that are doing big things, when I call, they answer. When I text them, they respond. When I send them an email, they respond. Do you respond, or does it take you 4 days because you're so busy doing nothing that you can't respond? I don't know. So how do I find a flip, right? How do I find a flip? Well, I use every single medium available to me that's out there, right? So the one that we're going to discuss today, which is in Shorewood, Wisconsin, this is a suburb outside of Milwaukee, but I found this deal on Facebook. Yes. You got it. The one that you can scroll through and watch all of those stupid videos about kids banging their head and doing dumb things. There's also a platform. If you search through the Meta platform, right on Facebook, you can type in real estate Milwaukee or whatever you are in. So if you're in Iowa or Canton, Mississippi, or if you're in Denver, Colorado, type in real estate deals and your market. And I found somebody was an off-market deal. So it was Milwaukee off-market deals. And it was a flip available in Shorewood, Wisconsin. I immediately jumped on it. And within 24 hours, I had an accepted offer. So here's what happened. I put in my offer for $283,000. The offer was originally accepted. Somebody came in after me and offered him $290,000. And I lost the deal. The agent called me back and said, I'm sorry to tell you, but we have accepted another offer. After they told me that the deal was mine, they said, well, they got one more offer and it's higher than yours. What's your highest and best? And I said, my highest and best is my offer. So I reiterated my strengths in my offer. I'm a cash buyer. I have no contingencies, and I will close when you're ready. But I said, my number is my number. And I lost the deal. Fast forward 12 hours later, from my original submission, that cash buyer that paid more than me became what? Undependable. All of a sudden, their phone broke. All of a sudden, they weren't available. All of a sudden, they weren't able to respond to communication despite them submitting an offer and going through all of the process. They said, I'm not responsive. And the agent called me back and said, does your offer stand? I said, of course it stands. I'm available. And I received an accepted offer on that property and closed on it 10 days later. Okay? So what are the learning lessons here? The answer is simple, right? When the agent calls, I answer. When the agent texts me, I respond. I do all of that within 5 seconds. I have 1,300 apartments. I've got millions of square feet. I'm building 400 apartments, and yet I'm no busier than you when you say you're too busy to answer the phone. I'm not saying I'm busier. I'm saying I'm busy, but I understand that when my phone rings, this thing rings, right? I knew I was going to make $100,000 or more if I got that deal. So answer your damn phone. You can fix undependable. You can go from undependable to dependable with just simple, easy business practices. You can migrate from an undependable person to a dependable person. It happens. But you have to make the choice, because deals don't sleep. The real estate market doesn't sleep. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm grinding every single day. So I'm awarded the deal. And now, before I submitted my offer, backing up for a second, I also had my contractor go out to the property, and I said, I need you to give me a number. And guess how long I told him then? I need you to give me a number within, and I said 1 hour. I said, please do me a favor, go to this property, give me a number, tell me how much you think it's going to cost us, and please do that all within 1 hour. So within that 1 hour, he went out there. Now, how do you get your contracts to do it? Dependability. Pick the right people that are dependable. If you're dealing with dependable people do dependable things. This guy answered my phone, went out to the site, gave me a number, and that validated my contract that I knew the math as I did it on the back of a napkin. I said 283 plus 150, right? Put me at a number where I knew that if I sold it for the ARV that I thought I was going to get, which we'll talk about, $599,000 was my ARV. If I got to that ARV, if I got there, and that was pushing it, that was pushing the comps all the way to the end of the road, right? I got as far as I could down the road. If I got down to the end of the road, can I get $599,000 for the house? And the answer was, yes, I can. So I go through Facebook, I submit an offer, I lose the offer, I get the offer, and I'm back. Now I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make money. But how else do I find deals? What are the other ways that you can find deals? I find deals through Facebook, as we just discussed. You find deals through MLS, multiple listing service, right? So I have agents that are sending me deals. I just got back from lunch, but before lunch, I was looking at a house that I wanted to buy as a rental from an agent who sent it to me and said, hey, this looks like a nice opportunity. So I went. Looked like a nice opportunity. We'll see what happens. To be determined. But my point is, the deal flow works really well. And then the other way you can do it, the other way that I do it by finding transactions is my name is out in the marketplace as a dependable closer. So people call me once or twice or 3 times a year and say, hey, Scott, I got this deal. It's kind of a mess. Will you buy it? Sure, and by the way, sure, I answered my phone. Sure, I'll buy it. I'll get back to you. So I also work with wholesalers. So when I was a little younger, I had all the time in the world to go chase deals. So I was out putting yard signs out, bandit signs. I was sending out 10,000 letters a week, and I had billboards. Now I take all of that energy and I pay a wholesaler a wholesale fee. Just a different business model today. Same widget, different model of where I'm sourcing the goods. So thinking about how you can find deals, a couple things to remember. Deals are right in front of your face. Go find them. When you're on Facebook, be sure you're in all of the chat rooms that make sense for you. There's groups. There's probably 10 groups in your market. And one quick tip is when you look at the groups, you look at how many posts they make a day, and you look at how many members. So some of the groups become really salesman nonsense. I want the deals. I want the groups that have real meaningful substance and they have real deals. And so when you go to those deals, that's where you find them, but be sure you're looking and qualifying so your feed is not just full with the additional garbage you have plus more garbage. It's real stuff. And then I will also tell you that create your network. Be dependable. Everybody has a mother, brother, sister, aunt, or uncle who has friends who have some distress problem related to real estate. So be mindful of the deals. Most of them are directly in front of your face through the multiple listing service. You can find deals through Zillow. There's a new site, Privy, PRIVY.pro, and Privy does comparisons and identifies opportunities in markets for you. There's PropStream, there's PropWire. There are so many opportunities out there to find deals. So learning those tools takes a lot of time. Right? If you want to become a plumber, you don't just say, well, today I'm a plumber, right? You have to go to journeyman school. You have to learn how to be a plumber. You have to do everything. If you want to be a real estate investor, you can't just say, well, I'm a real estate investor. That doesn't work. You have to actually learn the tools, spend the time. Time is the biggest commodity. Spend the time to become an executor on finding deals. So there's deals out there, and you should be able to find those deals that fit within your buy box and then be successful. Okay, so I knew at the back of the napkin, it was 283 plus 150,000 got me to 433. 433 minus closing costs and et cetera at a 574, 575 ARV to 599 ARV. The math worked out and I knew I was ready to lock in.